She thought it was just a ride, a simple hitchhike, nothing unusual. But that decision led her into a nightmare that lasted more than 7 years, hidden in darkness, locked in a box, no bigger than a coffin. They called her the girl in the box. How could this happen? How does someone disappear into a life of silence, fear, and control, while living in plain sight of neighbors and family? This is the haunting, true story of Colleen Stan. Colleen was 20 years old when she left her home in Oregon to visit a friend in California. She was confident, independent, used to hitchhiking. That day, she even turned down 2 rides because something didn't feel right. But when a smiling young couple pulled up with their baby in the back seat, Colleen felt safe enough to say yes. It was the biggest mistake of her life. At first, everything seemed normal. The couple introduced themselves as Cameron and Janice Hooker. They laughed, they chatted, the baby cooed in the back. But as the car rolled deeper into isolation, Colleen's instincts told her something was wrong. Then it happened. Cameron pulled the car over. He forced a heavy wooden box over her head. It was built to cut off sound and light. She couldn't see. She couldn't breathe properly. She was trapped. From that moment, her life became a nightmare. Cameron was not just a kidnapper. He was a sadist who craved total control. He and Janice dragged Colleen into their home and forced her into a wooden box. It was no larger than a coffin. They shoved it beneath their bed. For up to 23 hours a day, Colleen lived inside it, in silence, in heat, in darkness. She could barely move, barely breathe. Her world had shrunk to 4 wooden walls. At night she was let out, but only to be chained, abused, and manipulated. Cameron wanted more than physical control. He wanted to own her mind. He invented a terrifying lie. He told Colleen that a powerful secret organization was watching her. He said if she disobeyed, not only would she be killed, but her family would be tortured and murdered. The fear was so strong that Colleen obeyed. She became not just a prisoner of wood and chains, but a prisoner of her own mind. Years passed, 7 years. Neighbors came and went. No one suspected the young woman hidden in a box under the bed. Sometimes Cameron even let Colleen visit her family. But she was so brainwashed, so convinced the organization was real, that she said nothing. Her parents saw her smiling. They believed she was safe. All the while, she returned willingly to captivity. But Cameron's control began to slip. By 1984, Janice had had enough. She told Colleen the truth. There was no organization. It was all a lie. The fear that had chained Colleen's mind for 7 years shattered in an instant. Finally, she was free. She went to the police. Her story shocked investigators. Many could not believe someone had survived such horror. But the evidence was undeniable. The box, the chains, the years of silence. Cameron Hooker was arrested. He faced trial. The court heard every disturbing detail. He was sentenced to 104 years in prison. Colleen Stan survived the unimaginable. She rebuilt her life. She lived to tell her story. But the case of the girl in the box still chills the world today, because it asks a question that lingers. How fragile is trust? How safe are the decisions we take for granted every day? One ride, one choice, 7 years in darkness. This case remains a haunting reminder of how quickly trust can be broken. Subscribe for the full story of real crimes that shocked the world.